One of the driving reasons behind All Generations was simple. Our children needed room to grow. As we move into our new building, our Faith Kids team is preparing to welcome the next generation. Our prayer is that children would come to know Jesus in these very rooms, and that new families would find a place to belong.
I'm Sarah Brown, and this is Ann Coleman Brown, and we've been members of Faith since August of 2024.
Hey, I'm Lindsay King, and this is Sellers King, and we've been members at Faith since October of 2021.
I'm Jalen Presley. This is Wes. We have been coming to Faith for about 2 years, and then we joined last summer. I would say we've definitely seen a big growth that, like, when we drop the kids off, particularly it seems like with Micah, our 7-month-old, when we drop him off, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like there's babies everywhere.
Over the past year alone, 52 children have been born into our church family. The nursery is full, and Sprouts, our Mother's Day Out program, has already outgrown its space.
That was what initially brought us to Faith, was Sprouts. Sprouts is a Mother's Day Out program. We initially chose Sprouts because it was 5 minutes from the house. It was a chance for the kids to just be loved on and play with other kids. We weren't going to church here yet when we started. We came in toured and we just saw the way that everyone is so intentional. There's truly a calling for these Sprouts teachers. Like, they love those kids and they just really make it their ministry to love on these kids that come in.
That's why we designed a new single-level nursery and children's area. This new area is secure, spacious, and centered on helping kids experience the love of Christ in a safe, vibrant environment.
At our other church, we were having hard times with our oldest in nursery.
Almost every Sunday we were getting called out of the service to come and get him.
The thought crossed my mind, well, if he is doing well in Sprouts, then maybe he can do well on the Sunday morning also.
So we came on a Sunday and it's just, even if he's having a hard day or our other two kids are having a hard day, people will just like scoop them up and they love them and they say, go worship, go to your KC, go do what you need to do, we've got them, and if we don't, we'll let you know, but they've never had to let us know.
My family has personally experienced firsthand how God is actually using the Faith Kids program through Sprouts and also Sunday activities, shaping our children's hearts and strengthening us as parents as we walk together in the gospel.
August of 2024, my husband Cole and I first started coming to Faith. I think that week was a sign up of grace groups and everything, and I signed up for 2 without even knowing really anybody, even while being 30-something weeks pregnant. And one of them happened to be one that Lauren Kelly and Campbell Fulton were leading.
Sarah had joined, and Lauren introduced me and said, this is Sarah, she's gonna be a mom too, and we were both first-time moms, so we instantly sort of bonded over that.
And kind of fast forwarding, like, Lindsay was going to have Sellers, and I remember texting her and I was like, I hope it goes well that morning and stuff like that. And I had an appointment that afternoon.
Sarah texted me the day I went into labor with Sellers and said she was praying for me, and I knew she had her appointment, so I was praying for her appointment and didn't expect to get a text later on that day that, hey, just wanted to let everyone know, be praying for Sarah. She was just admitted. And she's going to be induced.
Cole was downtown. I remember him like immediately leaving his meeting that he had to go to and was on his way, getting triaged. I get rolled into an L&D room, and so it's just me and myself in a big L&D room.
So I looked at Bentley and the Sellers and said, I'm so sorry, we have to find out where she is. I'll be right back.
Lindsay, who was on the same floor at Grandview, who had just delivered Sellers a few hours before, texting me, was like, I'm getting my nurse right now to come wheel me in your room so that you're not alone by yourself right now.
Now our girls are baptized together, they're in nursery together every Sunday, which is so sweet. It's just been really sweet to become friends, and I know our daughters will be friends one day.
Looking back on it a year later, I'm like, I wouldn't have had Lindsay if it hadn't been for Faith.
As we step into the All Generations Forward Together campaign, our hope is to raise an additional $3.8 million to increase our total pledge to $20 million. Would you join us by making a pledge, modifying your pledge, or moving forward with your pledge as we move Faith forward together?